What it does, you already know what it is. It's your boy T-Dub. Here it is, what's blazing in sports. Of course, guys, you know what it is. I'm back at it, like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geekers this work. I'm working, I told you. Hold on one sec, hold on, guys. Alright. Get this back, man. This shit's so fucking close, man. What's up? Alright, there we go. Alright, guys, you know what it is. Your boy T-Dub was blazing in sports. We're back at it, giving you this work. Baby in the building, what it does. Salute what's blazing. No, salute to you. You see what I'm doing in here. Baby driving them crazy. Please smash a like, please subscribe, guys. And you know it. If you want this work, there's something on your mind. Maybe you just want to comment out loud and not in the chat. 314-884-1013. Alright, hold on. JJ, what it do, my dude? What's cracking, homie?
Yo, man, I'm excited, man. I'm actually ordering food, and I took my phone out my pocket, and I see that you're on and everything. So, yo, I got a lot of questions, got a lot of stuff to say. My question is, what do you think about how AJ came into the ring? And when I seen him in the first round, he didn't look like himself. He was like, he just looked lethargic. He didn't look like he was into the fight. He was like real hesitant and timid. Like, what do you make of that? When you like compare that to how different he looked when he was fighting like Klitschko.
Well, I mean, let's address the rumors. The rumors are that he was having some kind of panic attack in the back. He has denied it. We don't know if it's true or not. But listen, man, I think he put a lot of pressure on himself. Like, you've been a fighter, and you know how it is that, let's say when you're an amateur fighter and you're fighting for the first time, you can mentally fatigue yourself before you ever throw a punch. I mean, the bright lights, you're actually going into combat, your legs feel like they're in sand. In reality, you're ready for it, but you mentally have drained yourself because you're overthinking a moment, and that could be a possibility. You know, I know when I fought for the first maybe couple of times, is I was like, man, why my legs feel so heavy? You know, I'm getting tired. When I know I sparred 6 rounds, why am I getting tired in only a round and a half? I mean, it could be a reason, you know. And then we hear he got knocked out in sparring. You know, we don't know if that's true, and we don't know if that's excuses. Because if it's excuses, then people will look at that as validating. Oh, somebody caught him with a good shot in sparring, so Ruiz never did really beat a real Anthony Joshua, and it's a way that could discredit Andy Ruiz. You know, but in reality, Andy Ruiz fought like the champion. You know, and Joshua didn't, man. He didn't fight like the champion.
Okay, all right. Do you think that ready yet? Do you think that Andy Ruiz do you think it was more of him or this is my second question. Do you think it was more of him who defeated Joshua, or it was more Joshua, like you said, his mindset?
Well,
what do you think about the rematch?
I get an edge to Andy because even if Joshua, you know, let's say he was putting a lot of stress on himself, you know, his corner didn't even instruct him to do something as simple as throw the goddamn jab more than one time and not go into a shorter man. Shorter arms have more impact in size than a bigger man. Joshua fought the wrong game plan and going into the rematch. And if it's in the USA and he kept the same trainers, the only thing those trainers are going to do is tell him what everybody else been telling him. Yeah, we need to throw your jab more. Yeah, but you gotta show this man how to do it effectively. And to be honest, Andy was a better thinker. He was counterpunching the shit out of Joshua. He counterpunched instantaneously When Joshua throw a hook, he throw a right hand. Joshua throw a right hand, he come back with a left hook. He was outthinking Joshua in that fight. You know, yeah.
I'm gonna say something. You might say this is superstitious, but check this out. Remember in the weigh-in, Anthony Joshua, he handed the belts to Andy Ruiz,
which I thought was stupid. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with it. I know that kind of sounds superstitious, but to me, that was a foretelling thing that he did. Because I thought about that. I was like, why would you want him to touch your belts? Like, I know your channel ain't, you know, I ain't trying to get all spiritual on you and everything, but that's what I saw. What you thought about that?
Well, when I first saw it, I was like, at first I was thinking that, man, I hope Andy is not just happy to be here, you know, because I'm happy to be here. He taking pictures with the belts like a kid would do with a mascot. I'm like, I hope this guy is just not being in the moment. But then I also thought that, you know, a champion typically don't let nobody take a picture with his belt because you had to fight to get them belts. And now you let, it's like this. It's like you have a girlfriend, right? You have a girlfriend. And there's a guy that wants your girlfriend. And you let this guy try out your girlfriend. And all of a sudden this guy like, you know what? I think I want to keep this. I think I want to fight harder to keep your girl. And you know, superstition or not, it just wasn't a smart move for a champion to do. Now, only time a champion does that is if he got little kids that look up to him to take pictures with the belt, not somebody who's fighting you for the belt.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got some questions. I mean, hey, it ain't a lot of people in the room. So, hey, what you think about? Okay, my first question is, what do you think about Deontay Wilder versus Ruiz? Can I tell you what I think about it?
Go ahead.
I think it would be probably a 3-round fight because AJ was touching Ruiz. He was touching him, but just imagine if Wilder is touching him. One thing about Wilder, like you were saying earlier, his jabs are like knockout punches.
And it's fast. They're fast. It's not. Yeah. See, the difference is, and like I tell people, you know, and it's just my opinion that I like, listen, if Wilder fought Joshua, Wilder KOs Joshua. He's faster, and Joshua stands straight up with the head held high, and Wilder killer punch is a straight right hand. And I'm be honest, in my opinion, I don't think there's anyone that we have seen that's actively fighting thus far that is punching with the level of Deontay Wilder. And honestly, I don't think Joshua is. Joshua hit Andy Ruiz with some clean right hands. Andy ate that shit. If Deontay Wilder hit with a clean right hand, Andy's not eating that shit. He's going to be resting on the canvas.
I saw him eating punches in the Joshua Parker fight.
But, man, bro, you talking about Parker versus you talking about Parker versus Joshua or Parker versus Ruiz?
No, Parker versus Ruiz. I saw Ruiz. He could take good punches. I've seen that in the Parker fight. That fight could have went either way.
But I thought Ruiz won it, but Parker is not punching with. See, the thing is, man, there's different levels. Remember this: Tyson Fury, as good as Fury is, and I believe Tyson Fury is a damn good champion, a damn good skill boxer, probably overall in the heavyweight division is the better of just being a natural boxer. You know, he can move, he can use his jab, you know, he feints. But even he thought that, listen, before the fight, he was like, you know what, every heavyweight got power. It ain't nothing I've never seen before. And then when he got in there with Deontay Wilder, he realized from the jab alone that he was in there with something he never seen before. And he wondered, think about this. A lot of people don't think, goddamn, the jab is that hard. I wonder how the right hand's going to feel. And then when he felt the right hand, go back and listen to when he told that story. The first right hand, it kind of had him lose his thoughts for a couple of seconds. The third right hand, the second knockdown, he don't even remember getting punched. The last thing he seen was Wilder cock his fist back, and the next thing he remembers to this day is waking up And now think about after that fight, he would smile like, no wonder Joshua didn't want that fight. He was a believer. He would have been nailed.
That's what Fury said. That the last thing he remembered was just getting knocked out front.
The last, he doesn't remember getting hit. He only remembers if Wilder had been in front of him. The next thing he remembers is waking up to the count of 4 or 5. He don't remember the right hand. He don't remember the left hook. He don't remember hitting the canvas. He don't remember the ref telling Wilder go in the neutral corner. He don't remember the referee counting from 1, 2, 3, 4. He woke up anywhere between 4 and 5. He woke up startled. He was startled. And then remember in the post-fight press conference, he was smiling like he was a witness now. No wonder Joshua didn't want that fight. He would have been nailed. He can't move like me. He would have been nailed. And when he said nailed, we know what that means. Not just hit, but he got his ass knocked out. When you nail somebody, you knock them out.
So, yo, T, what do you think about Wilder versus Ruiz? Can you, give us a scenario of how that fight will play out and who you think will win?
Yeah, I give you a couple things. If Wilder catches Ruiz and he doesn't catch him flush and thinks he's hurt, and he comes inside and go wild within Ruiz punching range, that wouldn't be good for Wilder. It wouldn't be good. So Wilder has to make sure before we go wild man Wilder that he really got his opponent hurt. But if Wilder catches him flush, Andy Ruiz is going to know he's in over his head. He's going to realize that he's not walking in shallow waters no more. There's a fucking cliff, and he's in over his head. Because when Wilder hit you, think about it. Ortiz was winning. Energy up, skills up, confidence up. He was winning. And then one punch changed it. In a lot of Wilder fights, even you can argue, Gerald Washington was doing decent against Wilder. One fucking punch changes it. Deontay Wilder is honestly, that I can see right now, really have what people call one punch game changing power. He does have that. He stopped. See, and think about it. Wilder looks, he's going to learn. And his trainer is going to tell him, all Wilder needs to beat Ruiz. And I'm not knocking Ruiz. It's 1-2. Jab, 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 1-2. And Ruiz is going to, see, even though Andy has fast hands, he does. He still has slow feet. He can't approach you quick. Now, if he's already within punching range, then he can attack going forward faster than you can go backwards and stay on top of you. But he just can't naturally move fast like that because he is big, but he still has quick hands. And dealing with Deontay Wilder, that's a different monster, man.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, kind of like rewinding it back to how Joshua, one of the things I wanted to say was he didn't use his height. Like, he was,
nope.
I think Wilder is 1 inch taller than Joshua, but Joshua, he was bending down, and
Stupid.
like you said, he could have just did the 1-2, because when he was doing that, I noticed that Ruiz had a more difficult time, but as soon as he started bending down, I was like, yo, why you bending down and, opening yourself up to get hit like that?
See, go ahead.
This is like one of the undercard fights. That dude, John Kelly, I think he got exposed against Ray Robinson.
Damn, did I call that one? How come I don't remember it? Did I call it?
Yeah.
Because I called 3 of them. I called the ladies fight. Damn, I might have missed that one, man. I was trying to watch my boy Devin Alexander, who's from St. Louis, and I wanted to call this fight, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. But Devin Alexander, the fight didn't end, the way he wanted. He ended up getting stopped, dropped 3 times. But let me go back to something you said about Joshua. Joshua made a lot of mistakes, and his corner never corrected him. Now, he could make some easy corrections to at least make the fight not as easy. Because right now, he made the fight the first time, he made it easy for Andy. One, why would... See, Joshua was... Because he couldn't see Andy's face clear, He ducked down so he can look right head on with Andy, which was dumb. When you duck down to that man's height, you took away your height advantage, and you allow his shots to be more effective. Joshua should have stood up. He should have kept his chin tucked. And here's another thing, man. He was dropping his hands in the second round. He was doing the weakest version of a Philly shell. Left hand down to his thigh, right hand below his chin. His defense was horrible. And then he was reaching with his shots. Like, instead of just snapping the jab and bringing it back, he was lunging with it. He was reaching with it. And that was allowing opportunity. You know, like, if he doesn't change his team, because his team did not help him out. His team did not give him no significant advice to make a difference. Nothing. And they allow him to go out there and try to figure that shit out himself, and he couldn't.
Yeah, and what's that altercation? Do you know anything about his father when he got into that altercation with Eddie Hearn at the end of the fight?
I only know hearsay. The hearsay is that this is hearsay. It's not been confirmed. Is that he didn't want Wilder to go on. Maybe because of whatever reasons, he didn't want he didn't want Joshua to go on with the fight. Maybe in the back room. And from there, I believe Eddie Hearn was like, listen, we got 10,000 Brits out there. We have to fight. And because the fight did not end with Joshua winning and with him getting his first loss, his father probably blamed, Eddie Hearn. But I'm going to be honest. In reality, he shouldn't have blamed Eddie Hearn. Eddie's the promoter. He should blame either Joshua's corner for not preparing him or just counting as a loss because his son's lost. I'm like, it's like Joshua did everything wrong. I'm going to go off the top of my head with everything I think he done wrong. Everything. One, we already said, he bent down, gave up his height advantage to look directly in the shorter man's eye. One thing he did wrong. Two, reaching with his shots, leaving himself exposed for being able to get counterpunched. That was horrible. Three, not throwing more than one goddamn jab. Four, going back to the jab. When you throw a jab, you use that jab to establish distance. Like, see, everyone don't know distance. Like, I'm 5'11". I sparred a guy tonight, 6'6". Crazy as it is that I controlled the distance over the guy that was 6'6". I jabbed him more. I counted him more because I knew how to control distance better than he did, and he had the longer reach.
Wow.
And that was tonight. And I jammed my fucking thumb, man. I hit him with a overhand right, but I didn't get it turned enough. And that dude had a big ass head, bro. 6'6", 220 some pounds. That motherfucker got a big head, bro. But I rocked the shit out of it. But that wasn't the point, man. The point is that you gotta establish this, and to me, man, my game plan. And I'm not, even though I'm not a world-renowned trainer, I get it. I train, amateurs, novice, open, and some pros. They got between 2 or 3 or 4 fights. It's not my full-time job. I have a full-time job, and but if you gotta throw that jab before the opponent even gets within jabbing range. And then when they're in jabbing range, you throw that jab to snap jab in front of them, a blinding jab in front of their eyes, and you got to vary it up, change it up a bit. And while you're doing it, just subtle steps. Step to the left a little bit, step to the right a little bit. And then when he tries to get in, hit him with that two. The 1-2 could have won it. He didn't need a hook. He could have made just one jab, 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 two. Lead two, jab, jab, step over a little bit. You don't have to run. You don't got to be a Terrence Crawford. You don't got to be a Floyd Mayweather. You have the reach. That reach it allows you so you don't have to run and move. You know what I'm saying? You can just, but he didn't fight to the right game plan. He didn't move right, didn't jab right, didn't counter right, and he fought at the smaller man pace in the smaller man space, which caused him to get his ass whooped. And he did quit.
Hey, Chief, you know what else I wanted to say? That man was just on my mind. Hold on.
Go ahead, man. You got it.
Dang, hold up, Chief. Dang.
You got it, man. I just keep rapping, maybe to come back to you. If the rematch is in the UK, I'm gonna favor Joshua. The UK is not gonna allow Joshua to lose. Even when Joshua fought Parker. Anytime Parker got within inside work, which is where Andy did his best job, that referee was coming in. They wasn't even holding on. That referee was breaking up Parker and Joshua, making Joshua get back to that jabbing distance. They are not going to allow. That's why Eddie really wants this fight in the UK. He don't care if you say it's going to be a robbery or not. He wants them belts back. He needs them belts back for Matchroom, for the zone, for Joshua's career. But if the fight takes place in the USA, I do believe it's going to be different. I believe Joshua is going to put up a better effort than he did last time. But honestly, I would still slightly favor Andy Ruiz. Because when you're facing somebody who beats your ass, you take that in the ring, that this is the last man you fought, the last man to whip your ass, and he stop you. And that alone would make you more hesitant to let your hands go.
Yeah. I know what I was about to say now.
What's that?
All right, I think like these days and time, people, if a heavyweight fighter lose, they be like, oh, that's the end of the career of that person. But we're not saying that Joshua is done just because he lost one fight. It's just an indicator of the atmosphere of boxing right now, because there's so much negotiations in between fights that the audience is not getting like the excitement of seeing the best, like during the days of like Muhammad Ali.
Right.
You had like battles like him and Ken Norton, and they didn't duck each other. But today, when a boxer lose, there's so much money involved in it and politics. That's why people are so quick to throw the fighter under the bus. So what you think about that?
Well, I mean, there's several thoughts. I'm gonna try to touch on all of them and not get so long-winded like I can get. First, a lot of fighters, like I said in the last stream, they're looking at what Floyd did, and what Floyd did. To be honest, Floyd didn't paint that on purpose. It just kind of lined up that way and benefited him with the help of Heyman. But people nowadays, like, if I can keep that unbeatable mentality, and whoever they want to see me face, I don't actually face that guy. I say I want to face him, but I fight these other people. But to be honest, a lot of these people are not as talented as Floyd. He lost against Tim Bradley in a controversial decision, and he got knocked out against Juan Miguel Marquez, which means he had to build himself back up to build the fight back up. And a lot of these fighters now, it is about the money, and it's not about fighting the best of best. And they say it is, but it's not in a majority of the times. And I hate, and it's only in boxing, is that when a fighter loses, we want to say he's done. Now, I'm going to admit this: if Joshua loses, he is on a setback. If he loses twice to Andy Ruiz, he's on a setback. He's going to probably need a year and a half to 2 to build himself back up. But in the UFC, look at the UFC. A lot of them fighters have 6 losses, 7 losses, 8 losses, 9 losses. And because of the marketing is so good, the commentators don't put them down, the fans believe in them, and nobody's counting them out. It doesn't matter how much. Look at even Anderson Silva. This guy has fought and lost lately, and every time he's fight, they still support him. They still, talking about what if he does it. We are so quick as boxing fans to count them people out. And if Joshua loses, it honestly shows that he needs to go back to the drawing board. He needs to reinvent himself, and maybe in about a year and a half, maybe 2, he'll build himself back up. But in a heavyweight division that is thin right now, it is see-through thin right now, you cannot cancel boxers out and say their career is done. It is only a handful of people that we know. If you cancel everybody out, you're trying to kill the division.
Yeah. Hey, did you touch on what you think about
PG1 salute
and Wilder 2?
It's another dangerous fight, man. See, the thing is, I believe, and you got to strike when the iron is hot. If they had had this fight close to the time when the first fight ended, it would have been hot. It would have been smoking. But because Wilder has done his part, but Ortiz kind of simmered off. He hasn't fought tough competition. Maybe some of it his fault. Maybe some because some fighters don't want to fight him. And then the guy he did fight, Christian Hammer, he was supposed to go out there and make a statement. And then instead of making a statement, some people believe he looked his age. And it could be, or it could be style makes fights. But now he's fighting Wilder. And even though that is a dangerous fight for Wilder, dangerous, a lot of people is overlooking it. And I'm picking Deontay Wilder, but Ortiz is a crafty ass dude, man. Ortiz is crafty, he's southpaw, everything Wilder throws. See, Wilder sometimes don't do everything perfect. And Ortiz is the type of person that he wants to make you pay. He wants to counter you. You throw a lazy jab, he's throwing a right hook over top of it. You throw the right hand to make you miss, he's gonna shoot a straight left back at you. He is trying to make Wilder pay for anything he throw wild and anything he miss. But ultimately picking, I think Wilder's gonna catch him again, and Wilder might get rid of him this time sooner than last time.
I think Wilder improving too, man, because as you see, this last fight in Brazil, he had more weight than when he fought Fury. He kept his weight. He brought in new trainers. The white dude, his main trainer, but I'm talking about like fitness routine. He did a different fitness routine.
Right.
And his upper body, it looked bulkier. And I think the advantage that Wilder has, it seems like he gets mentally stronger. Like each fight, he's getting more used to it. He's getting used to the hype around the event. Because like you were saying earlier, that could have did AJ in. But I think Deontay Wilder, he's becoming that confident fighter. Because he always talk about how it's like 96% mental.
Right.
He said that it's 4% physical. So I think, yeah, man.
You know what, man? I'm gonna touch on that before I let you go. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua is like Wilder has gotten better, and to be honest, it looks like Joshua has got worse. I mean, outside of the great stuff Andy did, Joshua looked like a novice fucking fighter. And Wilder is, no matter how wild you say he is, his athleticism is proven, his movement is improving, his timing is improving, throwing at distance. I mean, he's actually getting better. And Joshua, it looked like he hit a plateau. He's not getting better, and he's slowly going down. But
Joshua?
Yeah, I think Joshua is not improving. He's not improving.
He's not. Everybody been saying that. And you know who really been pulling on him?
Who?
What's his name? Teddy Atlas?
Yeah.
I like Teddy Atlas. He tell it how it is.
He does, but I don't know about him as a trainer, man. Sometimes, as an inside fighter who can give you keys to victory and a good talker, I know Ted, he's good at that, but I don't know how he is as a trainer, man. I don't know. But go ahead. What you're saying, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I agree with what you're saying. Teddy Atlas was saying the same thing about Joshua not showing improvement. He's not doing anything new.
Nope.
Right. And somebody had mentioned something. George Foreman actually mentioned something about all of that bulky weight. Did you see that interview?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
He was talking about the neck muscles and stuff, and that's a recipe to just get you knocked out.
I heard someone say that. Somebody said that the neck exercise that he was doing wasn't good. And here's the thing, man. Even when George Foreman was in his prime, George was a big dude, but he wasn't built with muscles and got, from being a boxer, and see me, I naturally got like a, somewhat of a physique on me, but I don't lift weights, man. I'm faster than most people I deal with, and I'm strong, and I know this, that when you have bulky muscles, it takes a lot of oxygen. It slows you down, and it tires you. because you're trying to move them big muscles. You're trying to throw them hard. You're trying to bring them back. And what you want as a boxer, this for anybody that's going to be a boxer, you want lean muscles, quick muscles, reacting muscles. That's what you want. Bulky muscles, that's just only good for bodybuilding. That's it. It's not good for boxing.
Right.
Uh,
Somebody said he was spending too much time on Instagram trying to be a model.
Bro,
Instead of being a boxer.
Listen, man, you know something was up. Listen, him coming to the USA, they talking about it. He's getting too, sound like he's getting too caught up in the Miami life. Talking about maybe making a second home down there. And then with a fighter that he's going to fight, he didn't take Andy serious. You know how he didn't take Andy serious? It's like we said in the beginning. He let that man and his trainers take pictures with his belt. He thought this shit was going to be an easy walkover.
Hey, T-Dub, you gotta do a video about that. That's a conspiracy, and just give me credit for it. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, you gotta do a video about it. I'm telling you, man, your channel is like one of the best ones on YouTube. I don't know why it hasn't blown up like it has. Like it really, really, really. But I think like if you do a conspiracy video about how AJ passed him them belts, I'm telling you, man, that thing will blow up. Because nobody has said that. If you do, say if you drop one like tonight or something, a conspiracy of why he lost that fight, because to me I ain't never seen no heavyweight do that.
Bro, you don't do it. Listen, bro, like most people that have a belt, they don't really want you fucking with them belts. That's their belt. Remember, in order to get that belt, you have to go through war to get that belt. And bro, think about it. He offered a belt and then gave the other belts to his trainer and then started talking casually, turning his back to Andy, shadow boxing and throwing punches and shit. It's like, I'm telling you, bro, it's like he thought this shit was just like gonna be la la la. And he thought smiling Andy. He thought smiling Andy was just going to be in there for the fun ride. And bro, listen, man, it's so much, man. But I mean, with me blowing up, bro, I don't think it's what I do. It's just I'm just not getting. I don't think YouTube is, when I go live, they're not putting it where a lot of people can see it. Like there can be some people who go live and YouTube put them in the rotations and have them get more views. In order for me to get more subscribers, I need more views. In order for me to go more, and bro, sometimes they don't even send out my notifications. Like my other boxing channel is What's Blazing Live Sports Talk. I created that one for an emergency, and I don't even get my notifications sometimes. But you know what, man? As you can see, bro, it don't stop my grind, man. It doesn't matter if it's one person in the chat. It doesn't matter like if it's on fight nights. So sometimes it can get up to 1,100. The biggest was 14,000 at one time live. I give the same energy, bro. It's when I done the Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner. That video is right around 800 and maybe like 90,000 views or something. It was like 14 consistently, bro. YouTube fucked around and let me through that crack. And once they let me through that crack, they closed that fucking door. Like, hold up, this motherfucker eating too good. We don't want him to blow up yet. Listen, bro, like YouTube sometimes is geared towards bigger channels because bigger channels get them more views and they can get more money off of them. So sometimes it's harder for the smaller channels because YouTube don't look at you like really making them bread. But
do they judge the content that you're speaking on?
No, I think sometimes it can be like if you are just a legit channel that's talking boxing, I don't think it's as good for you. But if you are causing controversy or sometimes hating or doing race shit out there, they like the drama. The drama sells. That's why shit go viral. Good shit don't go viral. Bad shit goes viral. A mother with 8 kids twerking in the middle of a highway, that goes viral. A mother with 8 kids that puts herself through Harvard, nobody gives a fuck about that. if you just talking boxing, a lot of times you don't get the love. It's like, give us that juicy shit. All right, yeah, that's good, but give us that hate shit. Talk bad about another channel, and I'm not finna hate on nobody. You know, like there's been people come in here and they say that they think, oh man, T-Dub, you better than some bigger channels. You know, and I'm be honest, like, listen, man, you know, I take my head off to them guys. They are where I want to be at. You know, I'm not gonna knock anybody. You know, and I'm the type of person that, to be honest, I'd rather collab and build things with people than have to destroy somebody to try to build myself up.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's positive, man. I think that I'm gonna give you some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have the voice. Like, that's what drew me to your channel in the first place. I like your voice. You got the voice of a professional, like, sports commentator. And you know how to, you can take one subject and just stretch it and just keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, you sound like, do you like people to say other people's channels on your channel?
I mean, as long as it's positive, you know, but, you know, not negative. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, they got channels. Have you ever thought about, like, connecting and doing, like, a live stream with, like, 78 Sports, Deontay Boxing, LDBC, who else? You ever heard of Fanon Boxing?
Yeah, I heard of all those guys. I would do a video. With any of them guys, man. Fanon comes to the channel every now and then. He'll pop in. 78 popped in a couple of times. A new channel that's close to 1,000. Maybe he's got 1,000 now. He's new with the LDBC, KQKC boxing. But no, man, you know, like, I don't mind, man. But you gotta remember, like, you know, people, you know, they have to want to collab with you as well. I work with anyone. Remember, I'm about building, bro. I'm not about, like, trying to outshine somebody and outdo somebody. I'm about building. But I'm gonna get back to this boxing talk, bro. If you tell me my voice is good.
And one last thing.
Yeah.
You can prove the fact that you are from the place where Muhammad Ali is from.
No, I'm from St. Louis.
I thought you were from Louisville. My bad.
No, I'm from St. Louis. Devin Alexander's from here. But bro, if you think I got a voice, man, I got a vocal cord issues. I had surgery and I got to see my specialist tomorrow. My voice is all fucked up. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get back to rapping about some more boxing, man. But I'm gonna stay alive a little bit longer, man. If I say something else that intrigues you to call in, bro, remember, you can always call in. And as long as I'm live and that number's up there, you can call in, bro.
Yeah, and on my channel, I'm gonna tell my subscribers to subscribe to your channel.
Hey, what do you? Tell them what you do, man. What do you do?
Alright, well, the name of my channel is Left Side of the Brain. I don't show my face. My channel is like, it's a metaphysics channel, and I deal with things that's seldom talked about. It's like a spiritual channel, and I come from an angle that people don't even think about. And right now, I'm in the process of writing a book, which is coming out. It's entitled Human Prison Bars. So that's my field. I just happen to be a boxing novice. I don't say an expert in it, but I just like boxing. You know, it's my favorite sport. So what I'll do, I will tell people to support your channel.
Well, man, while you was talking, you just gained at least one subscriber, and I hit the notification bell. I didn't know exactly what you did, but now I saw you. I clicked on it. Like I said, man. But get the people one more last thing, man. I'm gonna hit you guys with some more of this off the top of the dome boxing. Now, I wouldn't even go in front of the camera tonight. But like, all right, man. You know what? All right, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a Google chat, like, next time you do it, or you can just tell us, like, if I could get in on it, like, doing, like, a Google chat, like, I wouldn't mind doing that. But the last thing I want to say is, like, support What's Blazing in Sport is the best boxing channel on YouTube, and subscribe to the Left Side of the Brain channel, and I'm signing out. Peace out, T-Dub.
This is. All right, guys. And look, man, my boy Andy in the chat room right now, right? Andy talking about, not Andy, PG1 says, T-Dub, Tyson Fury beats Wilder, no excuses. Andy Ruiz Jr. Beat that ass. No, LOL. All right. If this is what you want, PG1, this is what you get. Listen, man. That's what it does. I give all credit to Andy. All credit. But I have to acknowledge what we've seen. Andy did everything right. It's like this, guys. It's like these guys, if one guy had good luck, the other one had bad. There was no in between. Andy had the best night of his life, and Joshua had the worst. Here we go. Hold on. Talk to your boy T-Dub PG1. What's cracking, homie?
What's going on? What's going on, T-Dub? Hey, man, I got in late, so that's why I'm reporting late. But let me tell you something.
Talk to me.
And I can call you son because I'm old enough to be your father, probably even your grandfather. I sound like a youngster, but I'm not. But look, you're doing fine the way you're doing it. You know, this is a marathon. It ain't no sprint. So your channel's going to take off when it's going to take off, man. You know, some of these other cats, you know, that's what they live off of YouTube, you know. But they started slow, just like you. You got a full-time job, and you're a father, and you got a little one, so you know what your priorities are. So don't worry about it, man. Your channel's going to take off. You don't need nobody. Believe me. You don't need nobody, man. You're doing good. I've heard of these other YouTube guys. I've seen them, and you know, I call it, you know, every once in a while, I said this is a people's channel, man, and because, you know, you involve your people, man, and you're not you call it right down the middle, and you don't disrespect anybody, and you like a good debate, you like to put the gloves on with your, you know, with your viewers, which is good, and some of these other cats don't, man, you know, I've seen your interviews with your boy, David Alexander, you know, and, you know, and, but you know what, Peter, you're doing fine, brother. I know what I'm telling you, man. I don't know a lot of things in life, but one thing I do know is my education. I can judge. I can judge a person, man. You're good people. Good things happen to good people. This shit's gonna take off, young man. You know, just don't rush it. And like I said, you set your priorities right. You know, you work. You're a father, and you know when you got the time, you do it at your lunch break. You know, and I know this is because I'm retired, but you'll be all right. So you don't need to be hang with anybody. Because believe me, when you take off, people are gonna want to hang with you. You know, you can be the Andy Ruiz of YouTube.
Hey, I'm gonna be like, I shocked the world. I shocked the world.
You know, people forget, man. We all was a new guy at one time or another in whatever field, whether it was at work, whether it was at school, whether it was a boxing, football, whatever. Somebody always has to be the new guy, man. And just never forget where you came from and how you started. But you don't need nobody, man. Believe me.
All right, I'm gonna talk some of this. I'm gonna talk some of this boxing. I'm gonna talk some of this Andy Ruiz, the rematch with Joshua. You know, I have a question. The question is, who do you figure are favored to win in the U.S. and do you favor that same person to win if it was in the UK?
You know, I think because of Andy Ruiz already knows what is going to be expected of him. I think they're going to call it a 50-50. If he goes to the UK, it's going to be like, I'm going to say 60-40.
He has to win by knockout. He has to win by knockout in the UK.
Right. Only because of what happened in this last fight. But in the UK, I like that my man his dad is shooting a high number of 50 mil. He's not going to get the 50 mil, but he's going to get more than the 7 million that he got on this last fight.
Well, I think the reason he asked him for the 50 million because maybe, just maybe, somewhere in that rematch clause, maybe the actual venue or location was not stated. And if that was not stated, that means he does not have to agree on it. In order to get him to agree on it, then you have to pay this man what he's asking for, or fight somewhere where you guys both agree, which will most likely be in the USA if you don't want to pay him that $50 million.
Exactly. And people forget, man, look at who he
Al
Help
Heyman.
him out.
Al
Al
Heyman.
Heyman. That man is a shrewd businessman, man. And, you know, he gets a lot of flack. But you know what? He guides his fighters right. I mean, all the Hispanic fighters that he has, man, they talk nothing but good about him. And he treats them good, man. And but I think Al Heyman's going to do right. He's going to say, well, you go over there, get paid. Kick his ass, then bring him back.
But hey, hold on. You know what? I hate to cut you off, but this came in my head. I really want to get your thoughts on this because listen, I know that right now Andy did his job. And I say this, no matter how Joshua looked, Andy did his job. He fought like the champion. He was confident like the champion, and he won. And he won. He was a champion, and you know, in that fight. But what he said in PG1, he said after if he beats Joshua, he wants the bronze bump. He wants Mr. Deontay Wilder. He wants Mr. Thanos 3 to 4 to 5 stones in that right hand, punching people lights out. Since he brought it up, he mentioned this, not me. What do you think about that fight?
I think you should. You know why?
Who wins?
Deontay Wilder.
Who wins?
Deontay Wilder. He does. I think. Let me tell you why. Because see, as a Mexican American, we don't shy away from anything, man. And these Mexican American fighters, they're not afraid to take an L, man.
So do you think Andy beats Wilder?
I think he'll give him a good fight.
But does he win? We need like a winner at the end of the, no matter how long it goes, 12 rounds or end early. Who wins?
I'm gonna say Andy. I'm gonna say
Listen.
Look, when I put it on Instagram, man, and I put on there 3 weeks ago that the boxing gods don't appreciate when you overlook your opponent in front and you take them lightly. Andy Ruiz came to collect what was robbed from him, and with Parker, and it came with interest with 3 other belts. They came true.
But think about this. Deontay Wilder has never took anyone lightly. Deontay Wilder has never took anyone lightly. Now, he left them feeling lightheaded, but he never took anyone lightly. Dominique Brazil. Everyone figured that he was going to get knocked out. And you know what? Wilder didn't take him lightly. Wilder went out there to leave that man hid in aisle 3, section 8, next to somebody popcorn unattended. He was trying to knock Dominique Brazil out, and he did it. And if he fights Andy, remember, if you call out Wilder, he takes that shit personal. He is not going to be a Joshua. He will use his jab. His jab is faster than Joshua's, harder than Joshua. And I tell you this right now. Hear me clear. When he throws that right hand, and that son bitch get between the guards of Ruiz, he gonna realize that there's Joshua, and then there's Wilder. Wilder punching power is above all.
Oh, it's big. He carries a bomb, man. He carries that one hitter no quitter, man. He possesses that. But you know what? He'll give him a good fight because that's his style, and his style is coming forward. And remember, styles make fights, and he's a smaller dude. He's gonna bring it, and if he gets knocked out, well, he's gonna go out, throwing blows. But
I like the matchup.
I know that.
I like the matchup.
You always, in order to be great, you gotta beat great. And right now, Deontay Wilder is a great one, and I think Deontay Wilder deserves a shot at Andy because Andy holds the 4 belts.
No, he has 3 major belts. There's 4 total major. Andy has 3 and Wilder has 1. But here's the thing, man. Even though I'm talking about this, and I like talking and debating and whatever,
Right.
but just the simple fact that Andy wants to do something, at least saying it, that most people believe Joshua didn't want to do. Andy wants to take on a big bad wolf. He wants to take on Deontay Wilder. And finally, maybe finally, and I'm assuming that Wilder get past Ortiz and maybe not if Wilder fights Fury and Wilder hold on to the belt, we may actually get a undisputed matchup. So you know what? I would cheer for both of them guys because you know what? Andy came from the dirt, from the bottom up, and now he's here. Wilder came from the dirt. from the bottom up. These guys weren't born with silver spoons. These guys wasn't handpicked, handcrafted. They had to fight their way. And think about it. It's to me, that's what it's made for. The people who you thought was going to be on top are not on top. And you can get the both. If you get the underdogs on top, and they fight for it all, no matter who wins, we win. And they both go home, taking care of their family in a better way.
Right. Let me ask you something.
Let's
If
get
you're
it.
Andy Ruiz, and you beat Anthony Joshua again, would you want to fight Deontay Wilder? Of course.
I mean, yeah. But, and I'm going to play both sides. Here's what can happen. I think Deontay Wilder, I'm just being honest, I think he's smarter than Joshua. I don't think Joshua made any smart adjustments in that fight whatsoever. I don't think Deontay Wilder is going to be, as dumb and just bend down to that guy's height and look him in his face and try to slug it out with him. But I'm going to say this. Here's a way that Andy could have success against Wilder. If Wilder thinks he hurts you, he can come in too close. Example, when he fought Dominic Brazil, he had Dominic Brazil in the corner. Dominic Brazil just threw 2 Hail Mary punches just to try to get Wilder off of him. And one of them kind of hit Wilder on the top of his head, and it hurt him a little bit, but he recovered. Now you're dealing with Andy where you think you got Andy hurt, and you rush in for the attack, and you're too close. And the inside smaller fighter has the advantage. That could benefit Ruiz a little bit more. But just being honest, if Wilder does catch him flush, like everyone else he caught flush, think about this. Everyone he faced is having trouble remembering shit to this day. The last thing but Tyson Fury remembers is Wilder standing in front of him with his hand cocked back. He doesn't remember the hand flying at him. He don't remember the hook coming at him. He don't remember falling. He just remembers being out. He says it over and over and over. When somebody repeats something over and over and over like that, you have to believe it. He don't even know how the hell he got up. That's the first, and I showed a picture a lot of times. I believe a prayer was answered that night. When he got knocked down, his corner man started praying to God. And Josh, that's the first time I ever seen a prayer answered the moment it needs to be answered. Typically, they say he's not always there when you call, but he's always on time. This time, he was like on call. Oh, you need me? Okay, get up, Fury. But I like to see it, though. I like to see it.
I really think that Ruiz, Andy's going to beat Anthony Joshua again, and I think we're going to see that fight with Deontay Wilder. And I saw an interview, they asked Andy, if he would want to fight that. Of course you got to say yeah, but then this is where people leave shit out, because they want to stir shit. He said, but first, I got to handle this rematch.
Yeah, he has to.
You're going to keep asking about Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
You got to say, yes, I want to fight him, but I got to handle my business first. And
I understand that.
That Anthony Joshua made is he kept talking over and over and over, looking at Andy, not knowing what this kid possessed. And it'll be a good fight. So I don't think it's no cockiness or no anything. But in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right now, Deontay Wilder is the best, no matter if he don't have the other belts. But Deontay Wilder deserves to fight whoever has the next belt. And if it's Andy Ruiz, he has to give him that shot because he was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua, and it didn't happen. And I said it, you and I talked about it. They better do this fight because someone's going to throw a wrench and someone's going to lose. You got to remember, like I tell my niece and nephew, there's always somebody bigger and better than you are. So don't sleep. And Anthony Joshua sleeps. I saw an interview from Anthony Joshua. He has no excuses.
He can't make excuses. He can't. He's trying to be a man. But here's the thing about Joshua. I'm going to tell you everything that went wrong with Joshua. And a lot of that starts with Joshua. The moment he started to try to compare what he did against Dominic Brazil, I stopped him in 7 rounds. We are competitors. I hope Wilder stops him in 8 or 9 rounds. That way it looked like I did better. Wilder goes out there and just blitzkrieg Dominique Brazil into fucking La La Land. He's trapped in a speed force somewhere. We're looking for Barry Allen. And he's like, I feel like I gotta go out there and make a statement now. And to me, when I heard it, I'm like, listen, you tell me you feel like you gotta go out there and make a statement. Do you realize the guy you fight don't want to be that statement? He put unnecessary pressure on himself fighting in a foreign country, in a time zone you're not used to fighting in. Letting a man hold your belts when champions don't do like that. Then he's delaying coming in the ring. You can say all you want. Oh, there was no fit, there was no panic going in the back room. Then, all right, then let us know. Why didn't you come out when your theme music played? What exactly was the delay? And why was your father trying to fight Eddie Hearn? It's a lot of things, a lot of pressure. I think psychologically, he got into his own head. The lights got too big. He got inside the ring, looking up at the stars, playing with his mouthpiece inside of his mouth, people rubbing his shoulders, putting ice on his head, and he haven't even fought yet. It was just too much pressure on this man. And then when he went out there, and he started looking Andy Ruiz, he wasn't backing up. He was inching forward. He was slipping shots. He was doubling and tripling the jab up, looking to counterpunch, and instantly from round one, Joshua was the one moving around. He's not a mover. 6'6", built like he's He-Man. This motherfucker should almost stand still, and if you come forward, he should make you eat jab sandwiches, extra mayo, hold the pickles, I don't need the mustard, please, all day. But he didn't do it,
Look, in the third round, when he knocked Andy Ruiz out, if the fight would have ended there, they would have, put Anthony Joshua on a pedestal that he did this. Yeah. But look, Anthony Joshua could not overcome adversity. And what makes a champion is when you overcome adversity. He couldn't handle the pressure. Andy Ruiz got knocked down in the third round, and he showed the heart of a champion.
He won.
He got up, and he overcame adversity.
Did you hear what the commentator said when Joshua knocked him down?
No, I was listening to you.
They were like kids who were smiling with 3D shades on. Okay, guys, watch this. Like they were saying like they was Joshua the best finisher, guys. Get ready for this. They were hyping like he's gonna go out there and just finish Ruiz. And then when Ruiz started knocking his ass down, we didn't hear that saying, guys, get ready for this. We didn't hear that. Everything was built in his favor. Did you know on the scorecards that after we saw him getting his ass whooped, at least you hear me calling him getting his ass whooped, that one judge had Joshua winning and two had it even, a draw at that point? He was going to, if Andy didn't get a knockout, even in the States, they was going to rob him, which is why I say if that fight goes to the UK, I am putting my money on Joshua.
Yeah, it won't go to the UK. I'm not even worried about that. It's not going to go to the UK. But you got to remember, man, Showtime does it. HBO did it. ESPN does it. The Zone is doing it. We're all the commentators are always biased to their fighters, and they try to build them up. I mean, Bali Malignaggi says it all the time, man. The network, whoever is commentating, whoever fighters up, they're very biased. That's why I like to turn the volume down. I listen to your commentary. I watch the fight, man, because if the hometown fighter throws a certain thing and it doesn't hurt them, they get all crazy, and then the fans make all kinds of noise when it ain't actually nothing. I think that when Anthony Joshua felt that hit, they said, man, this is just some bitch he can crack.
Right. Yeah.
That's when he started moving. But Andy did his job, and he overcame adversity, and it showed it in him not letting the light get to him, the show, and especially the knockdown in the third round. He was more embarrassed of being knocked down.
He wasn't hurt, man. When I go back and watch that, he didn't even fall on his back. He fell on his butt and he was looking up like, holy shit, I can't believe he knocked me down. And that's what, remember, when he got up, Joshua hit that man with a thunderous right hand, and Andy ate that shit like Fruit Loops, like Nestle Crunch. But I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna give the last 2 minutes. Tell him whatever you gotta tell him.
You know you're not gonna go all night.
Oh yeah.
Hey, 7 people watching, 5 likes, hit that smash button, people. But anyways, D-Dub, man, keep doing what you're doing, man, and donate. You can't rush Mother Nature, man. You're doing great. People support my man. He's busy. He got his priorities straight. He has a full-time job. He's a father, man. Just just share his logo and everything else on all you guys' social media so my man can blow up. But this is PG1 saying peace and much love, D-Dub. I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's my boy PG1. Guys, the first one was my boy Jay. Guys, again, it's your boy T-Dub, what's plays in the sports. We are back at like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work. And always remember, guys, to smash the like. If you're not smashing the like, God damn it, you ain't smashing, right? And that's what she said. It's your boy T-Dub. Until the next time, I'm out.